What's up, guys? Anthony here with another YouTube video. Happy victory, Monday, Dolphins fans. Another W in the bag. Wasn't the prettiest, but a W is a W. Great, outstanding performance by the defense. Caused 4 turnovers, making rookie Sam Darnold look not so comfortable. They got to him and made him make some very poor decisions. Causing 4 turnovers, 4 interceptions. Walt Aikens with the game-ending interception, and Jerome Baker with the pick six late in the game, putting the icing on the cake, and then McDonald and Kiko Alonso in the mix in the turnover margin. It was a very poor performance by the offense early on in the game. They were putting drives together and just couldn't get into the end zone. It did produce a couple points, 2 field goals earlier on in the game, but later on in the game, they just struggled to get any drives going. Failed consistently just getting into the end zone. So they're gonna have to really go to work this week, especially next week facing the Green Bay Packers. Another storyline to yesterday's game was the absence of Rashad Jones in the game. He left the game in the second quarter. Supposedly pulled himself out, which in my case, I don't really. I'm not too worried about it. If he's thinking at a certain time, like maybe it's best I sit out this game, then that's what's gonna happen. No one knows really what happened or what's going on except if you're internally in the Dolphins organization. So we'll leave it at that. Rashad Jones, I was reading the headlines early in the morning or earlier today. It's looking like he's going to come back for the Packers game. So if you're a Dolphins fan, don't worry too much about him missing some significant time or anything like that. He will be back this Sunday. Speaking of Sunday, you got the Dolphins-Packers, man. Dolphins on a big road test this week against the Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers, if you watched the game last night, it was a very close game against the Patriots Packers, but Aaron Rodgers still being Aaron Rodgers. He got to the end zone a couple times, or was able to produce a couple touchdowns for his team. Right now in Lambeau Field, the Packers are undefeated, so that's another storyline going into this game. Green Bay, they desperately need a win. Dolphins, I think this is a point in the season where pretty much you separate yourself from the rest of the pack. Hopefully it could be that game for the Dolphins. We gotta the offense is really gonna have to step up this week. The defense, I'm not too worried. Watching the Packers game last night, they also struggled a little bit on the offensive side, not being able to produce the points they wanted to. Not as bad as the Dolphins, but they did struggle at times to produce drives. Although, what do you expect when you're playing one of the best teams in the league? I think the Dolphins right now, if they could get to Rodgers, force some poor decisions, I think Dolphins stand a real good chance in this game. It's going to be a big road test. If Adam Gase has really changed his culture, Dolphins will win. And Dolphins, they win next week going into the bye, standing at 6-4, man. You got a lot of momentum going into the rest of the season. The Dolphins, they produced turnovers this week. Find a way to manage to get into the end zone 2-3 times. I think Dolphins take this game. It's gonna take a complete team effort, all phases of the game, defense, offense, and special teams. Whatever we could do to produce points, we're gonna have to take it this week, man. Because the Packers, they're for real. Though the record doesn't show, I think they're 3-4-1 right now. They're gonna come in hungry. They're gonna come in desperate, wanting to win, especially at home. That crowd, every time Brock Osweiler steps onto the field, they're gonna make it hard. We're gonna have to work that silent snap count this week, just because that crowd's gonna be loud. They're gonna be wild. It's that time of the season where teams get separated. You find out what you're really made of, who's going where. It's especially Miami, if they want to make a playoff push this season, it's gonna come down to really going into our bye week with a W at Lambeau Field. I think it's possible. I already know. I read earlier today I think the point spread is Miami under 7 points. Uh, Packers heavily favored in this game. It's okay. We've been in that position before. Dolphins, we got to put it together. Yesterday, I will make a comment. Yesterday, rookie running back Kalen Ballage out of Arizona State came in the Wildcat package. I would like to see Adam Gase utilize that a little bit more, being that if Brock Osweiler is struggling, you got a plan B moving forward. So I will watch out for that. Kalen Ballage and Drake back in the backfield doing the Wildcat. I think it could produce something, hopefully going forward. So watch out for that. Overall, we're gonna have to really play hard this week. We're Dolphins are gonna have to play hard. I know I'm not part of the team, but Dolphins they're gonna have to bring it this Sunday. Dolphins at Lambeau Field in Green Bay. It's gonna be a wild one. It's a 4 o'clock game Eastern time, 1 o'clock here in the West Coast. So Dolphins, man, you got to bring it this Sunday. Step it up, offense, defense. Do what you do best, man. Another thing I will say is that the defense for the Miami is leading the league right now in turnovers. I think they're at 15 right now, more than the midway point of the season. So watch out for that, man. We get to Rodgers, make him force the ball a couple times when he doesn't want to, and we're gonna change the momentum of this game, man. So Dolphins, Packers this Sunday, baby. Happy Victory Monday. Hopefully next week I'm back with another video, man. Let's go, Fins. Fins up, baby.